Modimo metsi, Modimo moya o halalelang, Modimo metsuwa. God the Creator, God the Holy Spirit, God the creation. You are mostly welcome. Hello to everyone. Hello to each and every single person who is watching this. You are watching Motchello Weekly, and this is the process. Now, before we proceed, I would like to take you back to the beginning. I would like to reintroduce myself to those who know me and to those who do not know me. My name is Tato Motchello, and I am from a small little town called Motchello in Bloemfontein, right in the heart of Free State Province. Briefly, this is who I am and this is where I'm from. Now, moving on to the process. What is the process? The process is what is happening right now in this moment. The process is whatever is going on right now. That is the process. Now, to can fully understand and come to terms with the process, you have to understand, demystify, and clarify the three main basic, fundamental, radical points of questions. Number one, who are you? Who am I? To answer this question, you have to at least know 2 generations of your ancestral lineage. You have to know your grandmother, you have to know your grandfather, you have to know your great-grandmother, you have to know your great-grandfather, and that is from both sides of your parents, from your mother's side and from your father's side. You have to know your customs, your culture, your traditions, your core values, your principles, and your ethics. Also, you have to know how your mother and father came about to create you. Once this is all clarified and it all boils down to you, the current seed, we can definitely move on to the next question, which is number 2. And that is, what is happening here? What is happening here is what you are achieving. What is happening here is what you are trying to do with the body. What is happening here is what you are creating and building with the body to define its purpose within the process. That is what is happening here. You are simply defining your purpose within the process and achieving it. Now, what are you here for with your body? And what are you going to do here on this planet with your body? Are you here to be a scientist? Are you here to be a musician? Are you here to be an accountant? Are you here to be a teacher? Are you here to be a sex worker with your body? Or are you here to be a thief with your body within this planet? Once this is all clarified and understood, we can most definitely move on to the third one. And the third one is, how does it work? What does it take to be winning at this life game thing? What does it take to be successful? To answer this question, you simply have to apply the above mentioned answered questions. You have to know who you are. After you know who you are, you have to define your purpose on this planet. Once you have defined your purpose on this planet, you have to put the gears in motion. You have to move forward by being in the moment so that the process can unfold and manifest itself. That is number 3. Now, you may, and it is possible that you can start off with number 3. You may be rich, you may be successful, and be surrounded by wealth all around you and everywhere. And yet, you may not know who you are and where you come from, and yet you may not know your purpose by definition on this planet. Yet you have all this riches and wealth exposed to you. And therefore, that means that your process, that process is incomplete. There is still some confusion. Also, you may start off from number 2. You may have defined your purpose. You may know who you are, and yet you're not successful. You do not know who you are, and therefore your process is incomplete. There is still some confusion that needs to be clarified. Also, you can only start off with number 1 and be there, and yet you may not be successful. You may not know your purpose in this world, and therefore your process is incomplete. There is still some confusion that needs to be clarified. Therefore, it is very imperatively important that you put everything in order and do it so. You start off from number 1. Know who you are and where you come from. Number 2, define your purpose in this world within the process. Number 3, implement the 2 above mentioned. Be these things. Put the gears forward and push them in motion. Once you do this, once you understand this, you will have understood the process. Also, you may find yourself at some times in a position whereby whatever it is that you are trying to do does not work. You try to touch here, you try to move there, and yet things are not coming together, even though you know the process. And therefore, whenever that happens, within that moment, look at it, what it is that you're not doing, and fix it according to who you are, your core values of your traditions and cultures, who you have defined yourself to be within the process, and be exactly that. Realign yourself back within the process so that things may go back and work within your favor. Of course, there is way much deeper that is involved within the process. But that is only for later conversation. That is only for later on in the program. Right now, we have all the God-given time in the world to unfold it, to break it down into segments so that we may fully understand the process and so that it may work within and to our favor. Therefore, do stick around. Walk this journey, walk this process, drive this process, fly this process. Let us all do it together. so that we may understand and truly know what the process requires of us. My name is Motchello, and I love you. Remember, stay safe and always be the best version of yourself all the time. With that being said, I will definitely see you on the next vlog.